we need your help in support of Banned Book Week. I grew up enjoying some of the classics that have been recently banned over the years. I read them for simply recreational readings and did not read them with a critical eye because of the content or the language that was used. I believe that everyone has the freedom to read what they want to read, and individuals and other groups should not be allowed to tell us what we can or cannot read. So during this week, help us by reading a banned book and enjoy your freedom to make the choice.
Opinions, but as a librarian, I think we have to support the right to intellectual freedom. And when you look at some of the books that have been on the list, I just can't imagine libraries without the books, like the Harry Potter books. They have gotten the kids to read again. The kids are excited about reading. They want to read. When they've read all those books, they want to know what are some other books that are like Harry Potter books. So I can't imagine life without some of those books. I agree with Don.
What if you wanted to read a book, you went to your favorite library, and you found out the book that was there yesterday wasn't available today, simply because one or two people in the community decided that some word or phrase or some thought that was connected to that book was inappropriate for everybody in their community, and your library decided that that book should be removed. That's, to me, what Banned Book Week is about. There are people who want to say what it is that we should be able to read about, to learn about, to know about. What libraries do is we believe in freedom of information, that whether or not one person or two people think that something is inappropriate, that the material should be available so that all can learn about it and make a decision as to whether or not it's appropriate for themselves.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine. May I help you?
Well, I was looking to write a book report. And I was wondering if you had any suggestions. I went online, went to different sources. I can't find anything that interests me. Do you have any suggestions?
Sure. Fortunate for you, we're coming to Banned Book Week here at the library. And I printed off a list from the American Library Association of the 100 most banned books. So you might look at this list and see if you'd like to make a selection from it.
And why are the books banned?
Well, most of the times the books are banned either for being inappropriate for certain age groups, their sexual language, or racism.
Okay.
Those are the main three reasons.
And can I find this online?
Yes, you can. And here the website address is right here.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, thank you, Miss Clay.
You're certainly welcome. You come back.
Okay.
But my situation is so different because I'm in a Christian school system. And I think I would have parents that would object to some of the titles that, such as Harry Potter or the vampire series. So I'm in a dilemma. I agree with you wholeheartedly. You know, that I saw my nieces and nephews read thick Harry Potter books. So I'm very supportive of it. But in my school, I'm again in a dilemma.
And I agree with both of them. And I feel like if as a parent you don't want your child to read a certain book, enroll them in a private school. You know, allow the others to have the freedom to read. You know, whatever they like.
Just focusing on what Deli has said, even in terms of being a parent, the parent has the right to decide what their child can and cannot read, but they can't limit what other children have access to. And So then that falls on the parent to talk to their child, and their child knows what is acceptable reading in that household. But for me to say that I don't like Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret, because of some of the content that is discussed, and I'm not ready for my child to read that, and so does that mean that I have to have the right to go to the school and say that that book should be taken off the shelf and nobody can read it? As a librarian and as someone, I don't want people telling me what I can and can't read and what my child can and cannot read. If our beliefs are different. I'm not going to tell anybody what they can and can't read, and don't you tell me what I can and cannot read.
Exactly.
I think we're all intelligent enough to decide what it is we want to read and when things are appropriate for our children.
And it's our job to provide access to these books,
Exactly.
not make a choice for the patrons.
Exactly, and we're all individuals, and we all have different opinions about each certain topic.
Right.
So we should keep that in mind and not try to limit things that others can read. If you don't want to read it, don't read it. There are clubs. If you don't want to go to the club, do you have to go to the club? No, just pass on by.
Exactly.
I think you have to have a sense of awareness that there are different genres and different types of issues that people will write about. And I think that everyone needs to have the knowledge of it. Not that you're living it, but you're knowledgeable of it, so you won't be so naive in the world and you won't believe that this could happen or it couldn't happen. Whether it's nonfiction or fiction, it's in somebody's mind. And I believe that you have the right, if someone's sharing this information with you, you have the right to acquire the knowledge.
Because we want to gather that love for reading. That's the ultimate purpose, gathering a love for reading.